Hello there, welcome to Yoga with Anja and welcome to this gentle morning yoga practice. Gentle doesn't mean that you're lazy on your yoga mat, but I just feel sometimes when we take the tone down a little bit, when we slow things down, we can really start to become in tune with our body and our own breath. And this is really the meaning of today's practice, that you go inward by closing the eyes in the beginning and then stay mindful throughout the whole practice and allow your day to start with yoga today. Thank you so much for being here. We will begin in just a moment. So welcome. We begin our morning practice today in Supta Baddha Konasana, lying butterfly. So just gently allow your body to relax down onto your yoga mat. Your whole back is flat on the earth, and then bring your feet together, soles of the feet together, and then now allow your knees to open apart from one another. If this is not comfortable for you, if you feel it's too much for the hips, you can just allow your feet to be on the ground, knees straight up towards the ceiling. And then gently lengthen out your back here. Lift the head, tuck your chin down towards the chest. And if it is comfortable for you today, I suggest you rest your left hand on the heart and your right palm just below your navel on your lower belly. And although it's a morning practice, or maybe you do this at midday or in your early afternoon, see if you can allow your eyes to close and soften now. Of course, if you feel that you're getting too sleepy again, just focus on one single spot on the ceiling above you. And then allow yourself to arrive here in this practice today. And closing the eyes already allows yourself to take your awareness from the outer world inward, becoming in tune with your own body again, with your own breath. And that's how we start this morning, without breath. So your body, your muscles, they don't have to do any work just yet. Allow your shoulders to be heavy, hips to be heavy, and your knees to be nice and relaxed. And let's take a collective breath together. Inhale through the nose. Then open your mouth and exhale. Release all the way out. Beautiful. 2 more cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose. Open your mouth. Release. 1 more in breath here. And a nice long exhale. Very nice. Now let's start together. As you inhale, breathe the air into your chest, your left palm. Then imagine you send your breath next into your belly. You hold it for a moment. Your lungs are filling. And then exhale, relax the belly, relax your chest. And allow the breath to flow back out through the nostrils. So we work on a 2-part breath today. Inhale, breathe into your chest, your heart space. Then direct your breath down into your belly as if you take another in-breath, filling the lungs more. Feel the belly rising. And as you exhale, soften your belly first. And then allow your chest to relax, breath flowing out through the nostrils again. 1 more together. Inhale. Chest. Another breath in, belly. Then exhale, belly. And breathing out, release the chest. Very nice. Take 5 more breaths here and really find your own rhythm. Just focus on lengthening the inhales and lengthening the exhalations. And as you start to drop in to this breathing practice, you might notice that it feels like a wave motion. Inhaling chest, belly, exhaling belly, chest. Very nice, couple more rounds. Try to keep the focus on your breathing. If your mind drifts away, just bring it back to that one single focus. Keep your jaw relaxed, shoulders relaxed. One more inhale. And a nice long out breath. 2, release. Beautiful work. Very, very nice. And then from here, slowly release your arms. Just allow the back of your hands to rest on the mat or on the floor for a moment. Palms facing up as a gesture of receiving anything you need for your day today, for your practice. And then bring your hands to the outer thighs and slowly guide your knees in towards one another. Very nice. And now from here, hug your knees in and up towards the chest. And just gently find a rocking motion from left to right, massaging out your lower back here. And while you sway the body side to side, allow your head to move with it. Neck is really soft. You can keep your eyes still closed or open your gaze slightly now. Very nice. And then pause once you come back to center. And now straighten your legs up towards the ceiling. Think of having the soles of your feet parallel or in line with your hips here. And then start to point and flex your feet a few times. And you keep your knees bent as much as you need to. You can work on straightening the legs, but just notice how it feels for the hamstrings. And then lift your arms up and do the same with your hands. So you're kind of pointing the heel of your hand away and then flexing the fingers towards you. Might be a bit confusing for the mind-body connection here, but don't worry, there is no certain way it should look or feel like. Just starting to warm up those 4 joints. Very nice. You might want to take your feet a bit more than hip width apart and then roll through the ankles, roll through your hands. And as you might hear in the video, there is a lot of clicking and cracking going on here. Might be the same for you, but if it feels like a good release from the joints, that's brilliant. But if you feel it's too repetitive and doesn't feel nice, then change the movement slightly. Now change the direction of your circles here. And keep breathing nice and deep. Keep focusing on those 2 parts and connecting those for a long, steady breath now. Very nice. And then for a moment, again, flex the toes, push the heels up and interlock your fingers, stretch your palms up, keep the shoulder blades down and think of this as a good morning stretch. And then start to reach your arms behind you. Gently drop the soles of your feet down and then for a full good morning stretch, lengthen your legs down along the mat. And again, find a moment here to push through the heels, lengthen into your fingers. Maybe you're releasing a yawn or just a good deep breath here. Beautiful work. And now let's set up for bridge pose. Release your arms towards either side of your body and then lift the soles of your feet back onto the mat. Have a look with your fingertips that you can grab the back of your heels. That's roughly the distance you want to have. And again, make sure your back is comfortable. Arms are relaxed, palms still facing up. Now for bridge pose, ground through both feet. Start to lift your lower back off the mat. As you continue inhaling down into your belly, lift your middle back all the way to your upper back. And then as you exhale, you're going the opposite way. You're releasing the upper back first. And then vertebra by vertebra, lower your spine all the way down towards the earth again. Have a look that your feet stay steady and let's start to work with the breath. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Every time you breathe in, notice if there is a little bit more space this morning to lift, to rise your hips, bring them more parallel with your knees. And you may continue like this, or if you want to add some arm movements, you can start to reach your arms all the way up as your back goes up. As you inhale fully, your arms are behind you. And then nice and synchronized, exhale, release your spine back down and your arms back to the earth again. Take 2 more rounds and move with your own breath. Notice how nice it can be if you just drop into that flow of movement and breath. It can become quite meditative here. Very, very nice. And wherever you are now on your next in-breath, keep lifting into bridge pose. You can keep your arms anywhere they currently are or interlock them underneath your back. Shuffle your shoulders further in and then see if you want to lift a little bit higher into your bridge pose. Imagine lifting chin towards the chest, your chest a bit higher, the hips a bit higher, squeeze through the glutes. And at the same time, ground your pinky fingers down your forearms. If you want to lift even higher here, you can come onto your toes, lift the heels off the mat. And wherever you are now, take another in-breath, lift and lengthen. And out-breath, slowly, slowly release. Beautiful work, very, very nice. And just allow yourself, your spine, to settle back into this neutral pose for a moment. And then gently rock your knees side to side. Once your knees go more to the left, look past your right shoulder. And this is not so much to twist today, it's more again to release the lower back, to give your body a little bit of a massage. Very, very nice. And then from here you can either rock up into a cross-legged seat or you can roll onto one side. And then nice and easy, find your way into Sukhasana, your comfortable seated posture. So, and let's find our movement and breath here as we start to slowly come up, work our way up into standing. Arms are towards either side of your body, and now for 5 rounds as you inhale, reach your arms out and up. Palms meet at the top, you can look up or straight forward. And then draw your hands down through the heart. Bow your chin to the chest. Inhale. Again, notice your chest rising, then the breath traveling into the belly. Arms are long, breath deep. And then out, breath for as long as you can. Breathe out and then release your chin towards the chest. 3 more to go. Again, really connecting to feeling here. Feel the sides of your body opening. Shoulders stay down, but arms are stretching here. Inhale, 1 more round like this. Beautiful work. Now with your next round, as you inhale, keep your arms about shoulder width apart, palms are facing each other. As you breathe in, imagine you're just lengthening out of your side body, out of the waist, and then turn towards your right knee, as far as the body naturally goes, and then place your left hand onto the knee, right fingertips behind you for your twist. Inhale, use your hands to gently push the mat and knees away. And as you breathe out, start to twist and turn your body towards the right. Think of inhale for length and energy. And exhale, relax the shoulders. And just allow your body to settle into the posture more. Couple more breaths here. If you like to, you can look all the way past the right shoulder, stretching through the neck, the throat. Very, very nice. And then the same way you came in, come out, reach your arms back up and overhead. Stretch here for a moment, maybe open again the gaze towards the ceiling and then turn towards the left knee. As far as your body goes without using the hands just yet. And then right hand on the leg, left fingertips behind you. Use them to find length and elongate the spine. Use your out breath to relax more into this twist. And while you're breathing, so before we talked about the chest and the belly, imagine now that you're breathing down along this spine. I know this could sound a bit strange, but imagine you're breathing into your back body. So inhaling, focus on the back body, the spine. Exhale, twisting. Again, a couple more rounds. Maybe you look past that left shoulder. Beautiful work. And then once more, as you inhale, come back to center. This time interlock your palms, stretch your hands up, and then exhale to the left for a little side body stretch here. Breathing back through center. Exhale to the right. Very nice. And now let's move into tabletop. So roll forward and find your way onto your hands and knees. Knees are underneath your hips traditionally, but the palms today, I would like you to take them one hand width further forward. So below the shoulder and then one hand width further forward. Really spread your fingers wide so you can claw the mat with your fingertips. Press the tops of your feet down and then start to move your body to the left side. And as you start to initiate these circles, imagine first that you're leading the way with your hips. So it's more a hip movement to begin with. Keep the energy through the fingertips and the big toes, so try to keep that foundation going. And then with every round you can become a little bit bigger in the movement here. See how it feels, see how much you want to do here. You could sink into child's pose. And as you come forward, really transition the weight over the wrists. And while you move, make sure that your head is in line with your spine. So sometimes we drop it a bit too far. Try to keep it lifted. Tune into your breath. Roll through the shoulders, the neck. This is really your movement. No certain way it has to look like. Very nice. And then let's change the direction. So start to move towards the right side first. And again, start with small circles here, moving more through the hips. Think of your breath as your first priority, and then the movement. So you start to move with your breath. You can become bigger in the movement. Just keep gently bending your elbows so you're not hyperextending here. And this is really nice, especially if you want to close your eyes again. It can feel quite meditative to just drop into that nice flow of breath and movement here. Beautiful work. Now with your next round, return back into tabletop. Keep your knees under the hips. You might need to slightly adjust them again. And then walk your hands even further forward for heart to earth pose. Forehead is softening down, or you might have it lifted. Just try to relax the shoulders away from the ears and allow your heart to bow towards the earth here. Really feel the connection of your hands, your feet and the earth. Maybe taking this as an opportunity this morning or afternoon that you take some energy from that. Whatever you need today. Very, very nice. And then let's move into downward facing dog. So take your hands just about one hand width further towards you. Curl your toes under and then start to lift your hips back and up into your first downward facing dog for this practice. Relax the head and neck and then start to pedal your feet out. Think of bending one knee to the chest after the other and releasing the heels a little bit closer to the earth. While you do that, keep swaying the hips side to side a little bit. And then find a moment of stillness. Bend your knees so you can elevate the hips even higher. And then lift your heels high off the ground, look forward, and slowly walk your feet to the top of your mat. Coming into Uttanasana, you're standing forward fold. Have your feet hip width apart. Knees gently bent, and then really allow your spine to relax here, the back to decompress. Hold opposite elbows, head in between the upper arms, and then sway the body side to side. Release the neck and your head completely. Come back to center. Just allow everything to hang heavy here for a moment. Ground through the feet, spread your toes. And then roll up to standing, vertebra by vertebra. Nice and slowly come all the way up into your standing mountain pose. Very, very nice. And this is how we are sealing off our practice today in a standing posture. So stand anywhere on your mat, anywhere you like to, and then cross your left foot over your right foot. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling and then take your right hand, grab hold of your left wrist and reach your body towards the right hand side. This is a full body stretch, maybe a good morning stretch for you. Think of grounding the feet to the earth, reaching the hands all the way towards the skies above you. Relax the head and neck. One more breath here. And then inhale back to center. Exhale to release. Swing the left foot behind the right. Reach your arms back up and overhead. This time the left wrist holds onto the right, or left hand holds onto the right wrist, and then bend the body towards that left hand side. Maybe closing the eyes again for a moment. Chin lifts away from the chest. Notice your feet grounding. You may need that throughout the day again, when you feel the earth is lifting away from you, from underneath the feet. Take one more breath here. And then come all the way back to center and release. Release your feet, your arms. And then to seal off our practice, let's stand nice and soft through the knees. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling, maybe greeting the sun. And exhale, draw the hands down to the heart, bowing chin towards the chest. And I wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful and positive day today. From my heart to yours, namaste.